What's going on, everybody? So as you might have been able to figure out pretty early on, I don't have Robin or Sunday on my account. I was gonna skip Tribute 2 for the reasons that I will go over in this video, but let's just talk, right? Why did I decide to skip every single banner featuring Robin, and why did I choose to skip Sunday, and will I go for these units in the future? I will answer all of these questions in this video. So first things first, I want to address something. Harmony power creep does not exist. I will say though, there are better harmony options than others. For example, generally Robin would be the better pick over Ranime. Sparkle or Sunday in some cases may be better than Sparkle. Some cases Tribi may be the best harmony unit, and it may be a little bit difficult for these two units to be fit into any meta team comps in this day and age. But I've been seeing a lot of players, a large amount of players, the majority even, make the mistake of getting way too many harmony units. Some even opting to go for every harmony unit. This is not a good way to spend your pulls. You should spend your pulls on units that will A, are flexible, but B, more importantly, will have a big impact on your account. And replacing your Sparkle with Sunday, for example, will not make as big of an impact as, say, pulling for a new shiny DPS unit. Now that being said, you can kind of tell where I'm going with this video, but instead of opting to go for multiple harmony units, I instead build and maximize and min-max my currently existing harmony units, and it's paying off. I end up getting the chance to save pulls, and at the same time I get to also go for the characters that I like and will make a bigger impact on my account, and I can still max star the endgame as a free-to-play player. I still use Bronya in this day and age. I'm currently farming the Sunday relic set for her, the same set that I have on my Sparkle. So Sparkle right now for me is essentially just a mini Sunday. My Sparkle is E3 S1, so she's probably better than a lot of the Sundays that people may have already. You know, she's better for me than an E0 S0 Sunday, E0 S1. So obviously, clearly with E3 S1 Sparkle, I don't need Sunday. Even with an E0 S1 Sparkle, I still would not have gone for Sunday, nor would I have gone for Robin, because the harmony units that I already have are good enough. I do use Firefly at E0 S0 in the endgame still, so I may not need these harmony units as much as other people do, which is another thing. A lot of people go for multiple harmony units and multiple DPSs, but I will show my account off right now. You can see these are the only two harmony units that I've been using throughout the 2.x patch cycle. Tribi I was gonna skip, but I got purely for the lols anyways. But people get way too many DPSs on their account and they complain about power creep, when for me, these three that you see right here, the Herd of Firefly and Jinglu, are the only three DPSs that I've ever used more than one time in the endgame, and that's all you've needed. That's all I've needed. These two are E0 S0, and this one is E0 S1, and I've been getting by just fine. I was using Jingmu in the endgame up until the Herda came out, and still max starring with her. Firefly, people say got power crept. No, she hasn't. I'm still using her in the endgame at E0 S0 with a full E0 S0 Fugless team comp. So I like to be preservative with the 5 stars that I actually pull. I don't go all willy-nilly pulling any 5-star that I want, whether it's a harmony unit, a DPS unit. I always pull for a unit that I will use long-term in the endgame and will make an impact on my account. The only limited 5-star unit that I've pulled for and actually used in the endgame that I also had to bench due to power creep was Jinglu. But other than that, every 5-star that I've ever pulled, I still use in the endgame to this day, which includes my E0 S0 Renmei, my E0 S0 Jade, my E3 S1 Sparkle. You get the idea. I like to pull characters that I will not bench for a long time. I will not pull a character. I absolutely refuse to pull a character unless I will use them for more than a year. This is why I'm holding on to my Firefly instead of pulling for Casterus. I want to maximize my results from pulling an E0 S0 Firefly and pulling Renmei in the same patch as well. I don't need to bench Firefly for Casterus because Casterus, yes, she is overall, I would say, better, but it is not so much to the point where I'm falling behind in the endgame now because of the AoE shielding and I can't get it done. Once again, I like to pull units that will make an impact on my account, and this does apply to Harmony units as well. And once again, I like to maximize the benefits and the usage of my characters, my 5 stars, which is why I refuse to bench Sparkle for Sunday, why I refuse to bench Renmei for Robin. Yes, I benched Bronya for Sparkle, but I got Bronya right before 2.0 dropped, so I wasn't going to use her that long anyways, right? The main reason, including everything that I just said, is because I don't need them. Why would I pull for a 5-star when I can already get by in the endgame just fine? Once again, as a free-to-play player, and the majority of my characters are E0, S0, mind you, you know what, I'll say this right now, I feel like this is a mistake that a lot of players make. They just pull for meta units and expect them to unga bunga all the content, you know, just turn off your brain kind of character, when team synergy plays such a big part in that. This is why I don't want to go for Fugue or Zhao Diddy. I want to go for a character who is versatile, can fit into different team comps. I like to maximize the results of my team comps. I have this ornament set on my Jade so that the Herda can do more damage. Not a lot of people have this ornament set on their erudition character for the Herda, you get what I mean? I've also tried to speed tune, but you can tell that my speed tuning isn't really the best. I tried to get as close to 78% crit rate as I can get on the Herda while also having attack and high crit damage on her as well, which I did have over 78 crit rate on her up until I swapped out her boots from speed to attack, just to speed tune, of course. So as you can see, I think I consider a lot of factors about the endgame when it comes to my characters. And once again, I refuse to pull for a character just to bench them less than a year after getting them. You will never see me pulling a 5-star and then benching them less than 1 year after I get them, meaning that my Firefly will not be benched. I will not stop using Firefly even at E0 S0, nor will I get Fugue for her up until at the very least this upcoming summer. But that's about it for this video. I like to, plan in advance, consider the longevity of my units. This is how I've been able to clear the endgame with a quote-unquote cast of power crept units. But that's about it for this video. I'll see y'all. What the hell is this little gremlin doing? No, actually though, I'll see y'all. Goodbye.